Hello and welcome back to Library Watch. I really didn't think I'd ever have to make more than one video on this ridiculous library situation, but it's now getting a bit silly. Our local councillors, as in the Lowestoft Town Council and the East Suffolk Council, don't seem to be very happy about what Suffolk County Council are doing. And in actual fact, it would appear that quite a lot of Suffolk councillors are not happy either. Now, to put this into some sort of perspective that will make sense, it's important that you know how councils work. The bigger councils are a little bit like a government. So you actually have the people who are elected, and then a very small clump of them are in charge. They call it the cabinet. Same thing as we have at 10 Downing Street. And the cabinet make the important decisions. Well, no, they make decisions that they believe are important. While some of this is open to scrutiny, as in scrutiny by the councillors and also scrutiny by the public, some things, of course, like our Lowestoft Council, have to be done secretly. Now, what's actually happened here with our libraries problem is that next week the Cabinet are going to make their decision. The agenda for the meeting is on the website. Now, I'm not an expert, I'm not even remotely political, but reading that agenda, it reads like, next week we're going to close down Suffolk libraries and grab them back. Now, I'm a complete beginner in how these big councils work, and I don't really think I need to know that. But realistically, it does seem that local people and regional people are all against this. I've even seen, not just Lowestoft, other towns in Suffolk are also saying exactly the same things. Suffolk libraries are doing a good job. Now, loads of people tell me things. You know, they tell me things sort of a little bit on the quiet. They tell me things that are public that I've just not seen. But I talk to people and they tell me things. And usually you get one person's viewpoint. And I've discovered that sometimes people's viewpoints are a little bit skewed. Sometimes they're right on the money. But most people sort of say it as they think. And I've never been one to rely on just that. So yesterday, my office here in Alton Broad isn't that far away from the library. I've never been in the library in Alton Broad, ever. So I thought, I'll have a walk down and see what it's all about. And I discovered it's actually really nice. You know, as I walked in, there was a lady returning some books. She got like a little pushchair thing, a little boy dotting about on the floor, and she was returning some books. And I sort of looked round, and the place was warm. It was nice. It was sort of not that official. It was a pleasant place. There were things in the corner. So I asked the lady sitting behind the desk was very nice, and I said, look, I know this is probably very rude, but I've heard that Suffolk County Council are going to take over Suffolk Libraries, which I think is who you work for. She said yes. And I said, are you doing it badly? I thought, be honest. And she went, no, not at all. She said, you know, the people who are coming here, we've got numbers on the rise. We're offering more and more things. She said, because if you've not been in a library for a long time, it's not just books. She said, we've got knitting groups. We've got people. She said, we're hoping to be able to sort of make a kiddies garden where, you know, kids can take books outside and read. She said, we have groups in here. We do. She said, we're also due to get a refit to make it even nicer. And I said, well, is it okay working for Suffolk Libraries then? She said, they're lovely. Now, in this day and age, it's very unusual to find a member of staff who says their bosses are lovely. But this lady said that to me. She said, they're really nice. You know, even when we had COVID and things were going badly, she said, the bosses looked after us. She said, we love working for Suffolk Libraries. And that's what made me think. Suffolk Libraries appear to be doing something absolutely terrible. That's why Suffolk County Council want to take them back. But no one could put their finger on what it is. Now, apparently, there is a matter of confidentiality in the meeting Suffolk County Council are going to hold next week. So basically, because they're going to talk about the financials of Suffolk Libraries, they've got to do it in private. So we'll never get to know what they talk about. So at the end of the meeting, no doubt they're going to go, oh dear, how terrible. No, we better take it on. They'll all have a vote. It'll be unanimous, because cabinets tend to do it that way, don't they? It'll be a unanimous vote, no doubt. And Suffolk County Council will just take back Suffolk Libraries. Well, one thing did occur to me. What's the point? Suffolk County Council might only have 2 years of life left. With the government plans to sort of get rid of all the councils, merge them all up and have one unitary authority for Norfolk and Suffolk. Suffolk County Council probably won't exist in its present form. So why are they hell-bent on taking back control of Suffolk Libraries? That does appear, from the information that I can find, to be a perfectly decent, well-meaning, well-intentioned organisation that are providing what their staff and their customers want. I've not managed to find anybody to say anything bad about them. Not one. They're a charity. They have volunteers. Now, logically, that must make Suffolk Libraries cheaper to run than any way that Suffolk County Council can do it when they're paying people. Now, they've made this pledge to keep all the libraries open and increase opening hours and all that sort of stuff. But financially, don't we have to pay for that somehow? They're going to have to pump a lot of money into it from our funds as ratepayers. So they're going to have to pump money in to keep the same level of service that Suffolk Libraries currently now do. That doesn't make any sense, does it? So, sorry this is a bit of a rant today, but I'm just losing track of the number of emails and phone calls and random messages I'm getting from people about this. I started this channel basically because I thought that some of the things that Lowestoft Town Council did were a little bit weird, and some of the behaviour in the meetings was a bit strange. You know, that's what I started it for. I have no political sort of intentions at all. In actual fact, one of the things on Lowestoft Council that I've done, I don't bother to find out whether a councillor supports this party or that party. I'm not interested in that. I'm just interested in the local area where I live. It's all getting extremely nasty. Sort of strange letters going around, and it would appear that East Suffolk Council and Lowestoft Town Council and people like me can't see any sense whatsoever in not letting Suffolk Libraries continue. I mean, after all, if things are going to change, they've only got to do 2 years. And then maybe, if the council situations and they all get squashed into this huge, great big authority, they might be quite happy for Suffolk Libraries to carry on running it, because they seem to be doing a good job. So I would strongly encourage... Oh, actually, I'm now going to do what all these councillors have been doing down in Suffolk, aren't they? You know, they're telling people not to sign the petition to support Suffolk Libraries. Well, I'm telling you to do it. I can't find any reason whatsoever for wanting to change something that works. We've all seen that happen loads of times, and it goes horribly wrong. So if you're sort of someone who's active on social media or Facebook or any of these things, and someone asks you to sign this petition to make sure that Suffolk Libraries carry on, please do it. Suffolk County Council can, of course, totally ignore it. But we are the public, and they should really listen to us. Now, clearly, they're now using excuses to keep it all secret. My belief is that next week they're going to have a meeting and they've already decided that Suffolk Libraries are going to go. And we need to stop that, because it's not right. At the very least, the staff and the people who use the libraries like it as it is. Why on earth would it be sort of clouded in secrecy? You know, there is something seriously weird going on here. So please look into this one, and if you can stick your name on a petition, or if you can write a letter or any of these sort of usual things, I often think they're a bit pointless, but I think in this particular case, people need to get off their bums and go and make sure that Suffolk Libraries can carry on doing what they've done very well. Find somebody who thinks they do it badly. I've not been able to. Look after yourselves. Take care. See you on the next video, when hopefully a positive outcome will have happened. I really hope it doesn't go badly. See you later.